entire island. It's a very beautiful canyon,
Okay.
but it's man-made.
Okay.
This entire canyon was carved out with just hammers and chisels. That's kind of hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
It was done by the slaves that became producers.
Give me some history, man. I'm making a video on my YouTube.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Patrick. Let me give you the mystery.
Okay.
We were under the British at the time. There was a man in charge of the island. His name was Lord Earl Dunmore. This man had publicly tortured and executed many slaves in Williamsburg, Virginia, trying to force them to fight against the French. He felt the British had betrayed him by not sending him reinforcements. After the war was over, the slaves formed a militia, and they attacked his mansion with the intent to kill him. Fortunately, he escaped, but they burned his mansion to the ground. He swore he would one day get revenge. He then started a rumor that the French were plotting to attack this colony. So he was sent here to build the 3 forts that now exist. There are 3 authentic forts on this island from the 1700s. This man literally worked 600 men, women, boys, and girls to death carving out that canyon. This photo was taken at the mouth of the Queen Staircase, making them work no less than 18 hours each day with no breaks. And it took them 16 years. But at the age of 18, Queen Victoria took over the throne. What she did in 1834 was to officially abolish slavery. Not only did she abolish slavery, she granted each of the families a piece of land. Those slaves became us, the people of the Bahamas. So after Victoria died, with the kindness and generosity that she had shown, the slaves that were now free returned to the canyon that they were forced to carve out from top to bottom, and they picked up the tools they had sworn they would never use again, the hammer and the chisel. They then carved out those.
So
66
that's the
steps.
stairs that you talk about? Okay.
Right, from bottom to top this time. Symbolically as a reminder that they came from the depths of slavery, step by step, up to freedom. Each one of those steps also commemorates each year that Queen Victoria sat on the throne. So the entire canyon is now called the Queen's Staircase.
So did they build a step every year?
No. They just went back. It took them 16 years being forced to carve out the canyon. After Victoria abolished slavery and granted them a piece of land, they were so grateful to her that after she died, they returned to the canyon that they were forced to carve out, and they voluntarily carved out those 66 steps to commemorate her. In her memory, to honor her.
Right.
They carved out those stairs of their own free will. Each one of them commemorates each year she sat on the throne.
Yeah.
So now the entire canyon is called the Queen's Staircase. So that's within walking distance. You guys can see that. You can see.
Oh, it's right over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
can see the government house, which is like the White House in the States. This is where the Governor General of the Bahamas takes care of all official functions. Next to that, there's the Great Cliff Hotel and Restaurant. First 5-star restaurant in the entire Caribbean. There's a wine cellar beneath it that holds the 3rd largest private wine collection in the entire world. There's a chocolate factory up there. You guys can go in, get free samples. All the chocolate is made right there. A cigar factory. You can watch them hand roll Bahamian cigars. Not the knockoff Cubans what he's selling. There's also the first and only winery here called Bahama Barrels. You guys can go in, you get a free sample, and if you want to taste a flight of 6, it's just $5.
Okay.
Then there's the John Watling's Distillery. You can go in, free samples of the pina colada, a short 7-minute tour of the facility, and you get to watch them make 100% Bahamian rum. Everything by hand.
Right.
When you come down the hill from there, you're right at the beach. If you're hungry by that time, right up the beach, there's a whole strip of restaurants called the Fish Ride. It's the best in local cooking, man. So all that stuff is within walking distance. Millions of visitors pass through by cruise. 90+% of them walk to the beach and back.
Okay.
All right?
All right, we're going to check that out,
All
man. I
right? It's
appreciate
all
that,
good,
bro.
man. Walk around, see some stuff.
All right.
What up, man? I'm from Canada. You already know.
I just left Canada.
Yeah, man. You just left Canada?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man.
All right. What up?
For sure.
All right. Just letting you know.
See what I mean? That's why I travel right there, man. Straight up.